Hey, my name is Russell Della Pena, and in this video, I'm going to answer the question, should I use a webinar to sell my products or services online? And this is a great question to get the answer to, because if you are a coach, consultant, or course creator, and you're wondering if you can package your information online and sell it, and if you should use a webinar to do, that's what I'm going to answer and tackle in this video. So the reason I get this question oftentimes is because I work with coaches, consultants, and course creators, and they have a wealth of information and expertise in a given subject matter. And they're wondering how they can package this information and then sell it in a compelling way, whether using live webinars or recorded web approaches to selling their stuff. And I personally specialize in using Russell Brunson's perfect webinar framework for the scripts that I use because they work. He's well known for a little while back doing a 90-minute webinar at a Grant Cardone event, and sold $3 million worth of digital marketing products and services. Webinars absolutely work. If you think about it, I remember back in the day, I used to do door-to-door sales. So I'm coming from a perspective of selling products and services, whether face-to-face, cold, 100% cold. I don't recommend that for anybody to do long-term, but I do recommend it for the sales skills that you get, and for just the sheer confidence that you get in learning how to sell, how to persuade somebody to adopt a belief that you hold, and how to get people to break false beliefs that they hold, again, so that they will adopt correct beliefs that you have, and that is that your product or service can actually help them. I remember going door to door, selling products and services. I did phone sales as well, selling products or services that were, in fact, one was a course that was 12 grand after a 45-minute webinar. So the prospect had only watched a 45-minute webinar and got on the phone with me after they booked a call. And here I was selling a $12,000 digital product that they could not see, they could not test. There was no trial. It was purely my ability to show them that what they were looking for, we had. The problem that they had, we could solve, and show them the future of what their life would be if they would suspend disbelief, if they would break false beliefs that they had about the product that I was selling, and if they would adopt the new ideas, the new beliefs that I was sharing with them. And so webinars are absolutely powerful. And the question often is, should I use a webinar? How much should I charge? And if you are a course creator, a coach, or a consultant, and you've got expertise, you can actually get a result for somebody that is starting out with a problem, and you've got the solution. You can show them step by step how to get to the result that you have learned how to get to. Then webinars absolutely are great vehicles to essentially just, instead of doing what I was doing, where I was going face-to-face, door-to-door, cold calling, no appointment, using Info USA to find the first name of the homeowner and show up. Instead of doing all that kind of crazy stuff, you can learn frameworks and implement those frameworks on how to express what it is that you offer, the result that you can get for your clients, package that up in a webinar that is persuasive, that would share that with folks, and then ultimately get them to either buy whatever it is that you're selling or book a call with you after they've filled out some kind of an application. Webinars, without a doubt, are a fantastic way to sell high-ticket products and services. The question I also often get is, how much should I charge for what it is that I'm offering? And so the simple and fast answer is that there should be $10 of value for every dollar that you charge. So you just want to ask yourself, if I want to charge $500, the value should be $5,000. I don't recommend using a webinar for selling something that is lower than $1,000. I would recommend a webinar for selling something that is $1,000 or more. The common pricing is $997 that you'll see these days. That'll probably change at some point, but for last several years, $997 is typically your sweet spot when it comes to selling products and services using a webinar, and it works great for even higher ticket than that. So if it's 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, or like what I did, $12,000 from watching a 45-minute webinars are great for that, and that's what you would want to use a webinar for, that price range from $1,000 and above. Obviously, at $1,000, you want to use a buy now button, but above that, you want to have that webinar go to a application page, and then from the application page, folks will book a call with you. You can use a free service like Calendly. I personally use it. It doesn't. I never pay for it, and they will book a call with you. And at that point, then you can just get answer some clarifying questions before you make the sale. And it's literally a one call type of a deal. In fact, it needs to be a one call type of deal. Rarely should there be any exceptions to that. So using a webinar to sell anything from $1,000 above and above are ideal. Anything from $1,000 and below, a long form sales letter will work, or a video sales letter, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes would work, on up to maybe about I'd say 30 to 45 minutes, maybe max. That's when, after you get above the 30 to 45 minute threshold, the webinar is probably a good idea. And again, the more expensive that you're going to be selling your product or service typically is what's going to dictate how long the webinar should be. Typically, it can vary, right? So if you've got a really persuasive webinar script written, and you've got a solution that will solve a problem that your clients or your customers have, then you can do it in 45 minutes. Like I said, I was selling $12,000 digital course with a 45-minute webinar only. So with that, I hope that answers your question. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll also leave some resources below this video as well. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, because I do put out content on digital marketing, using webinars, using sales copy, using email, automating 90% of your sales and marketing, especially if you're a freelance coach, consultant, or a course creator, and you've got a lot of knowledge that you want to package and sell through on autopilot. That's what this channel is all about. So thank you so much. You can subscribe to this video. I appreciate it. Or subscribe to this channel, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks.